Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Ravens need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Right after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeaux. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now Jones. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The Ravens at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson buying time to his left. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Uzomah. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Jones on 1st Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short.
Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. Now Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 16, Jones. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Jones on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down.
Hitting Samuel on the slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Sanders is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining 1st half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Off the bootleg. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on first down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Javon Kinlaw, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with this defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, and they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give him 32 on the play. Here's Jackson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Running on first down, Ekeler. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Bobby Brown on the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On second down, Ekeler. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Ekeler. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. It's Ekeler again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it.
And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
A big play here for Buffalo. And even 40 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
Touchdown, Bills! Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bills have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They go play action now. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Throwing, Jackson. He's got Eckler.
And some room to work. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Eckler now between the tackles.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Jackson. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
On the give, this is Eckler. And some room to maneuver. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point splits the uprights. That will make this a 4-point game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Jones.
He's going to let it fly.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost